Can you hear yourself?
Testing 1, 2, 3. I can hear myself. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. All right. Tell me when you're ready.
Whenever you start.
You going to be on your phone or?
I don't know. Probably not. I'll probably put it down.
All right.
I should have done. No, I can't do that. Well, you see how I do it, but then I get
You're good
mad.
at it.
Yeah,
but you get mad at it. But you're better than I am.
Well, because we do it on the floor. I need to do it up on the table so my legs aren't going to sleep and all.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
Great to be with you. And we are in the middle of November and it's dark and it gets dark at 5 o'clock and it's that time
It was
change.
nice going to.
It was lighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the kids that are waiting for buses.
Yeah.
You can actually,
Right.
see that there's kids there instead of shadows.
Yeah, instead of shadows. Yeah, it gets pretty, so it's a little bit lighter in the morning, obviously. So, but it's just coming home and so you're already yawning. So here we go.
Yeah, the time change is hard on us, but I don't know should we stay on this time? So then
I don't know.
What would it be like in the morning?
Well, it'd be dark in the morning, right?
Well, no, it's lighter in the morning now. So how about in the summer? Would it be? I don't know.
They pushed it back because I thought it would. I mean, it's still going to be dark, but it wouldn't be dark till if we left it on daylight savings time, then it would be darker at
Around
6 instead of 5.
But
it would be darker.
They do it because of the morning buses, I think.
I don't know. That's what they say. So I asked a couple questions on Facebook. Got some answers.
Okay.
I did ask best Halloween costume they've ever seen, but we didn't get any on that one. So no one probably saw any real
great ones.
Doozies. Then I asked, which movie have you seen the most times? And this is the one that got a lot of the responses. So what movie would you say you've watched? So even if you go back to the kids, what movie? Because RJ watched...
Bambi over and over and over.
I think it was your mom that said he kept putting it back in, watch it again.
She's like, can we watch something else?
I mean, mine would be Pretty Woman, obviously. Christmas Vacation. Planes, Trains, Automobiles. Uncle Buck. Great Outdoors I've seen a few times. A lot of John Candy movies. Jody said Rudy. That's the Notre Dame, the kid that overcame all the obstacles. Penny said Back to the Future, another great series.
I've seen that a lot.
Carl said Matrix, which I've only seen. I think I saw the first one, and I don't think I ever saw the other ones. A Christmas Story. Alan said A Christmas Story.
Yeah, a lot of people
get your
watch
tongue
that
stuck
every
on
Christmas,
the pole.
Yeah,
you can watch that anytime because they play it 24 hours straight on TBS.
Christmas, yeah.
Jessica said the Christmas Vacation, which we try to make that coming up on it. Although we didn't watch it last year. I didn't get a chance to. I don't think I did.
You know what? I think Fan had a lot of episodes last year.
Yeah, that's true.
When I took off work, I was over there, and then Janet no, that wasn't last year that Janet helped. It was the year before that.
Right. Annette said Steel Magnolias, another good movie. Mona, Dirty Dancing. That's another one.
That's one of mine.
It's one of yours.
16
Candles.
She's All That.
And what's the one?
10 Things I Hate About You.
That's the one I was thinking about. And then we watched when Nathan did the impression, when a girl changes into a guy.
Oh, Hot Chicks.
Hot Chick.
We were watching that all the time.
That was a lot.
For a while.
Hot Chick.
Yeah, Hot Chick.
Dawn said The Wizard of Oz. Carla said White Christmas. Janet said Beauty and the Beast. And then she said, no, Little Mermaid, because Jillian played it over and over again. That's when I thought about RJ playing Bambi.
I think he knew the dialect for it
Yeah, I think he did. Jillian said Robin Hood Men in Tights. Tracy said The Outsiders, Shawshank Redemption. Suzanne, and Shawshank Redemption was a good movie.
Yeah.
Fight Club, Matthew Wiley. We know why Matthew. He said Fight Club. And Marcus said A Christmas Story easily. Then Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade a close second. Indiana Jones was around here. Some of my kids would watch the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Zachary would probably say Star Wars. I'll have to ask him.
They also, what's the other ones they used to watch all the time? Caught up in it, went right out. They watched.
You mean it was the kids?
Yeah. Oh, the Goofy.
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura. Yeah.
Those kind of movies.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Naked Gun movies. They were always funny. Airplane was another just goofy movie. But so then the other question I asked was, for people who don't drink coffee in the morning, how do you wake up?
I open my eyes.
Yeah, you're just like Carl. Carl said the same thing, open my eyes. Jody said angry would be her guess. Then she laughed. Annette said she had to pee, which that does, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Brandy said, my dogs wake me up, go outside, and then use the bathroom. I have no choice. That's probably true. And then Suzanne said, English breakfast, hot tea, which is a good way to wake up too.
I know working, I would go and make me tea, like a green tea or a mint tea or something, especially if it was real cold in the building.
Yeah, we were never a coffee drinkers, so that just never, and we not, I'm trying to think, I just get going, shower, get out of bed, do my business, and then take a shower. And that wakes me up usually, brush your teeth.
This morning I was wide awake. What, 4?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
Whenever you got up, I was already awake.
So I had, you know what? I should have gone through these because I had some things to talk about.
And then you did.
And then I forgot to.
And then you print more.
I print more, and then that doesn't help me. And now I'm trying to remember where everything is. And I think I put it in this folder right here. So let's see. Like this one here, which I don't know if I was going to mention or not, but, there's a lot of reasons why we get hangry. Do you ever get just hangry, playing hangry?
You know
what? You got to have something to eat.
I have not been that way since I had...
Since you've been on this diet or any diet?
Since I had the flu.
Oh, the
I've been more
dehydrated.
More afraid, more afraid to eat than I have been hangry.
Yeah, Terry's been on another diet, and I think the exercise you're getting just from chopping everything up, it seems like it takes forever.
There's a lot of food. This is a nutrition diet.
Yeah. It's not necessarily...
I've seen spinach. I'll be seeing spinach in my sleep.
It's not necessarily a lose weight. I mean,
it is
that comes along,
yeah.
But it's also to regulate, right?
Yeah.
Your numbers.
Yes, and I doing it especially because I felt so lousy after having the flu. Like I felt depleted of everything. I didn't have no energy. I couldn't get the headache to go away, like from dehydrating, and like I was still dehydrated because I still had the headache, and the ringing in my ears was much louder. I have just felt lousy.
So
since you
started this?
Yeah, I mean, this morning I was awake early and I
you seem to have some energy.
And if it wasn't for I get worn down quick.
Well, you just watch two very not feeling good kids.
Yeah.
So that kind of takes a lot out of it too.
Yeah, but I go back tomorrow, so we'll see.
Yeah, got a couple of days this week. So is being hangry a real thing? And I think it is. You skip breakfast, maybe you didn't have time for lunch, and now you're getting mad and you're getting hungrier. And so, it is a real thing. I mean, I've been that way. You get hangry. I think we've all done it.
On the go too much and not taking care of yourself.
And your stomach sends you a text, to your brain, hey, feed me. I need something. I always get the afternoon, like...
Munchies?
No, not no. It's just you eat a lunch and then you're ready for a nap.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, I got to have something. And as I say nap, Terry starts to yawn. And a lot of it says not eating drops your blood sugar, which makes you produce more of the stress hormone cortisol. And when you're hungry, you also make less of a feel-good hormone, serotonin. 90% of us it is produced in our gut. So 90% of it is produced in the gut. So according to an expert, here are the 5 best foods that you can snack on if you want to avoid being hangry. So should we start backwards or go from 5 to 1? Go 5 to 1.
Go from the 5th
So
best.
of the 5 things you can eat to help you not be hangry, number 5 is something that we've been eating. You
Dark
bought.
chocolate.
It's it's almonds.
Almonds, okay.
Almonds is number 5. So very good thing to help you not be hangry. Number 4 is berries. That's something else that you've been
I've
putting.
got a lot of berries on
She's
this
been putting
one.
cayenne pepper in your little shots, you call
It's
them.
supposed to do something for your
tough.
hormones.
A
and
pinch.
stuff. Yeah.
A little pinch.
I don't know. They want you to put more. I can't put more.
Oh, they want you to put more?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I'll
you
put
said a pinch.
half a teaspoon to a whole teaspoon. There's no way I can put a whole
They're
teaspoon.
already hot enough with just a pinch.
I can't put a whole teaspoon of cayenne pepper in anything and still eat it.
It's tough. You had me take a pair of that.
I'm not a hot person. I'm not a spicy person.
No, you're not spicy. Well, you're spicy, but
Not in that
not in that way. Greek yogurt is number 3.
Okay.
So a lot of these you've been eating.
I've been
so
eating.
top 3. I mean,
I
there's a
went and
bottom.
bought the bananas first, and the bananas finally made me feel like my head wasn't off my shoulders.
Right. Number 2, chickpeas. Something else you've been.
I've had them.
Chickpeas.
Lately.
That weren't chickpeas,
They
were
were.
they?
Yeah, chickpeas,
recently?
garbanzo
beans.
and the chickpeas are the same thing. And
What did you have? Lentils.
I had lentils and
And,
garbanzo beans on my salad today.
Oh, so you already, you boiled all that, right? That was the other day?
That's
Okay.
the other day what I was boiling.
So chickpeas, number 2. Number 1, crunchy vegetables like carrots, celery, cucumber. They all have that insoluble fiber, which slows down digestion. So if you're eating these top 5 things, it should help you from being hangry. None of these things are on the table at work. None of it like we have right now. There's chips, pretzels, lots of candy, like 3 Musketeers. Yeah, none of it is on this list. So I'm going to have to, it's hard.
And
I'm not
all
gonna
of
lie.
those things I've eaten the
And all
last
these
few
things you've
days.
eaten. So, and you haven't been hangry.
No, I really
So
have
that's
not.
good.
That's why I say this isn't like a diet because it's got a lot of food on it. It's got more food on it than I probably usually eat.
Right.
But I think I'm a pretty good eater
Oh, yeah, you are.
overall. I mean,
I'm trying to
I
learn.
have my days where I have pizza and cake and cookies. I like an after dinner cookie. I do like an after dinner.
Yeah, there is something to have, especially when it's what's your go-to cookie? That's what we should ask. Maybe I'll do that. I'll ask next week. I'll put on the Facebook. What is your
a
go-to
chocolate
cookie?
chip cookie dunked in milk.
Yeah, so you're an
One that
Chips
would-
Ahoy.
Yeah, something
Or
that
something with a
soaks
lot
up,
of-
yes, soaks up the milk and
What's the
Chips
bigger
Ahoy? I don't. With the,
Chips Ahoy? They're thinner. What's the bigger like?
They have
thicker.
they have the Chips Ahoy with the chocolate chunks in
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
they
like
do.
them too.
Yeah, they do.
And the M&M Chips Ahoy.
Yep.
They're all good.
They're all good.
I'm trying to think.
I love a good Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
I like even the double stuff. I can go for that. But I like Chips Ahoy for sure. That's probably up there. Trying to think my number one. I do like a what's the golden Oreo? Is that vanilla?
Yeah.
I like the
Vanilla Oreo.
I really like
You
those.
used to always like vanilla wafers too. Vanilla wafers, a little.
Oh yeah, the little
Vanilla
but that that's only if there's nothing else in the cupboard. That's the last thing you go for. You go for the chocolate first. I think you go for Chips Ahoy.
My other thing is my little Debbie's with the peanut butter.
Oh yeah,
wafers,
the
peanut butter.
yeah,
wafer
the peanut butter
ones.
wafers. Yeah, those are good.
I could go for one of them right now.
Well, you might. Oh, you're not eating them. So, what'd you buy them for?
Well, I didn't. I did this after that. I just
I
decided
know,
to
but-
do this because I need to feel better. So I'm trying to put nutrition in me. I've had enough spinach in the last 3 days.
You're gonna be pooping
Within
spinach.
I am.
It's green.
Dark green.
Now we're talking about our bowel movements. What have we come to? It's over.
Yeah.
You know, once you move to the poop, it's over.
Yeah.
It's all done.
It's awful.
Here's an obvious thing. Men like to look at naked female bodies. Now, these are studies that they do, and it makes you wonder who's getting paid for this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They're it's just like a weatherman. He's getting paid to tell you the weather, and half the time
He's wrong.
they're not even right. A study out of New Zealand says men look at naked women's breast or midriff before her face. Do you believe that?
I believe some do.
I would be looking at it if you didn't have your arms crossed. I probably would be looking at your breast rather than but you're not naked. Not yet, anyway.
Thank goodness.
About half of the men in the study, 47%, first looked at a woman's breast. 1 in 3 looked at the midriff. Less than 20 of first glances were directed at a naked woman's face, which I don't understand the naked woman's face. Does that mean she didn't have any makeup on, or I don't get it.
I don't know if they're looking at the centerfold. I guess they don't look at their face first. They look every place else first. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's directed at a naked. So the first glances, if the woman was naked, 20% look at the face first,
Yeah, only 20%.
and the other 80% is looking everywhere else.
Yeah, looking at the boobs or butt
Everywhere.
or whatever. Yeah,
and then they get finally to the eyes. Oh, she has pretty eyes. Is that how that
that's
works?
what
I
they're
don't know.
saying, I guess.
But anyway, so,
I
I mean,
know.
who does these studies anyway?
I don't know.
But I am going to ask the question on Facebook about the cookies. What's your go-to cookie? Because there might be one out there that I have
We've
forgotten.
forgotten about.
You know what the one you used to like?
My dad liked the marshmallow, chocolate-covered
Yeah.
marshmallow ones.
What's the one that you used to like that was chocolate? You know, like the little
Shortbread with the chocolate
yes.
covered shortbread.
Yeah,
I
you
still like
those.
them too.
Yeah, you like those.
I used to put peanut butter in between two of them, and that's
oh my
really
gosh,
good.
yeah, that's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Peanut butter in between two chocolate-covered shortbread.
Shortbread,
cookies.
yeah, I like those too. But I'm trying to think of a cookie that we.
Elfkins.
What was? Oh
There
yeah,
used to be a chocolate cover. Was it? My mom used to buy chocolate-covered graham crackers or something that I liked.
oh they're little squares. Weren't they squares? There peanut butter in the middle. You remember those ones?
Oh, that
They were
sounds
like
really
real
good.
little,
That sounds really good.
and they had chocolate covered in the.
graham crackers.
Or they
So
maybe
I thought they were chocolate.
I thought it was
graham crackers.
maybe, but I thought there was something creamy in the middle of that
I don't
cookie.
remember.
And what about the Keebler Elf? Don't they have like a
Yeah, the Keebler Elves have like a shortbread with chocolate icing.
in between? That's a good one.
They're good too.
That's a good cookie.
I like a lot of different
Well, I like the dark
because I
chocolate.
like I like sugar cookies when I homemade sugar cookies, and I like.
Oh well, yeah, your sugar cookies are good. And then you make those pearls and chocolate, and
I make.
It's
the
coming that
pumpkin-
time of year.
The pumpkin chocolate chip, pumpkin
hard to believe we're right around the corner to
pumpkin
Christmas.
cookies. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the cupboard, and I missed. Well, by Wednesday,
by
I will
Wednesday.
miss. I'll miss the sugar and stuff on sale.
Well, it'll be on sale again, I'm sure,
sure it
because it's
will.
that baking time of year. Yeah, I am going to ask that question, see what, or you can text us right now and let us know what kind of cookie is your go-to. What do you have in the cupboard that's maybe you're hiding from your family so they don't eat it? What's something so simple that you're horrible at? Did you ever think about this? Like, I can't fold a shirt. Like, I want to fold it. You know, you watch those
The fitted
stores
sheet.
where they have
The
that thing.
fitted sheet,
yeah, the
yeah.
fitted sheet. Oh,
And I know I've
folding
watched
that
the
damn-
video. I still can't do it right.
Yeah, I've watched it where you have to take the
Corner
corners,
to corner
you
to
take
corner,
corner to
and, then
corner.
and it still doesn't come out right for me.
Some people can fold a T-shirt, you know,
And you
1
see
second.
these ones now that they roll the pants and they tuck the ankles into the top, and it looks like a little square this big.
No,
and
I
they
haven't
take
seen
that.
that.
Oh yeah, they got all kinds of the proper way to fold this, and they get the shirts this big. Yeah, and they
So it takes up less room in the
yeah,
drawer?
and yeah.
Is it
So if
wrinkly
you have
though when
smaller,
it comes
no,
back
and it's
out?
supposed to be so you don't have wrinkles.
Oh. So they roll it up.
Some of them they roll, some of them
Really?
they have a whole video on different fold
I never saw
folded
that.
clothes.
I always, they have that thing where you can fold the T-shirt. You know, they have
Yeah.
that some
Little
kid made
cardboard thing.
Yeah, there's a little kid on Facebook I saw just a little bit ago. I was on there looking at something, and he had his T-shirts, and he was boom, 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 and folding them up, and he couldn't have been more than 8,
And he was
and he
doing
was
it.
folding up his shirt nice and neat. And I tried. I don't have that thing, but I mean, you could make your own on a cardboard because it's just a
Yeah.
flip. If you do it right. But I don't. Yeah, none of my shirts are folded very well. Some people can fold a T-shirt in 1 second, and it's all even and it looks perfect. But people on social media were listing the things that are really simple to do, yet somehow they're horrible at them. And here are some of the highlights of what they said. Like, number 1 was estimating how much pasta to cook, which is a bad thing for me. I always, like when Fen likes butter noodles, so do I. And I think I'm only pouring a little bit of
And then you get
the
a whole
elbow,
bunch.
and then but not that it matters because
You eat it.
I eat
again.
it anyway. And he eats it too, usually. But that is hard to judge. Like, how much should we have? So, and the other thing, number 2, is wrapping gifts.
Yeah, how much to well, you see how I do it, but then I get
You're good
mad.
at it,
Yeah,
but you get mad at it. But you're better than I am.
Well, because we do it on the floor, I need to do it up on the table so my legs aren't going to sleep and all.
Okay, number 3, following driving directions or giving directions or having a sense of cardinal directions or even telling left from right. There are times that I've gotten in a car. Remember we were coming home from South Park?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah,
Yeah. And you're like, are we going the right?
Yeah, because sometimes the roads are windy or something. And you think, why should I? It feels like you should have turned right instead of left.
I've done that a couple of times too. I'm like, shouldn't I go, this way? Or I like when the cars, and you've mentioned this before, and the one car had it right in. I don't think was it in the.
Well, it's right in the top
And it
of
would
the
tell
thing.
you,
you
like a
look up and
compass,
it said,
you can find out what
you were
direction
going
it was.
west, east, and you kind of knew you weren't at least
Yeah.
going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I like having that. Some other things that are so simple, but some people are very horrible at perceiving time. I'm really actually pretty good at perceiving time. I kind of know what time it is. Whistling, which I can't.
I used to
I
be able
can't
to whistle,
whistle.
now I can't.
Yeah, I'm not a good whistler. Number 7, I'm horrible at, and that's sleeping. Up every 2 hours. I can't. It's always been that way. Someone said that I must be have a guilty conscience. So why would I have a guilty conscience for? Because you're up every 2 hours. Well, what am I guilty of? What did I do? I said my grandfather was up every 2 hours, listen to the radio, eat spaghetti, and then go back to bed. And this is all day.
Mm-hmm.
This would be, starting in the afternoon. He'd take a nap, get up for a couple hours, go back to bed, up for a couple. So I'm just assuming that's what I got. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but number 8, doing anything while someone is watching. That, sometimes I don't know how this is going to go, but I have to do a voiceover for the company I work. I got to start this week, and I'm afraid there's going to be people wanting to watch,
And that makes you nervous.
and it makes me nervous because my whole routine is I read it, because there's different ways that you can read that phrase or whatever, that sentence. And I look at what is it? Might be 3 sentences, 4 sentences, but where do you pause?
Where do you?
You want to make sure there's a certain way. And I've been going over it. I've only gotten through, I think there's 27 slides or 28 slides. I think I've gone through maybe 8 in my head. And then I have new, like for instance, before you go on, you're supposed to say some of these tongue twisters to help you pronunciate better, which I just messed up. like red leather, yellow leather. You said red leather, yellow leather 10 times fast. Or unique New York, unique New York.
She says she sells seashells down by
On
the seashore.
And then there was another one about a Greek something makes great Greek grapes or something. So this guy I've been watching, I'm like, this has helped a little bit. But of course I didn't do it today. But I think people watching, I don't know if I'd be really good at something, like if.
Would you concentrate on pronunciation more if people were watching, do you think?
I think it'd make it worse. Because I think I would do it. I'd really overthink it.
Over pronunciate.
I mean, you have to, pronunciate. But I think I would have a harder time with somebody behind me critiquing me, even though I know they wouldn't do that. It's just I'm hoping I can get up there, close the door, and no one knows I'm in there. That's what I'm hoping.
Just do your thing, right?
But when someone's watching, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how people do it, on these porn movies. How do they perform? So all these people watching them. I don't know if I could be able to do it. Huh?
They probably get used to
Maybe
it.
they get off on that.
Maybe they do.
Maybe that's why they're good at it. Who knows? Applying eyeshadow. You good or bad with that? I mean, you ever go, oh, that didn't turn out right?
I've had a few, yeah.
Hula hooping.
I used to be able to hoop. I
don't know if I could do it or not.
I don't know if I, would be good at it now or not. When's the last time we saw hula hoop?
Yeah,
20, 30 years ago?
It's been a long time. Yeah. Making rice.
I do okay with
you do
making
all right,
rice.
I guess. They say a rice cooker.
They have minute rice now, so you don't know.
Yeah, a rice cooker Instant Pot makes a little harder to screw up, which is true if you have the right tools. Making hard-boiled eggs, which we have done because my mom bought that little
egg maker.
That thing works great. So they said they're not called simple boiled eggs, hard-boiled eggs. That's really good. Operating a manual can opener. Haven't done that in a while. We have the electric one.
We used to have one.
Eating with chopsticks.
We don't do it.
I can't. I don't know if I could do it even if I.
We just don't do it.
Well, no, I don't. I'm not
that kind
big.
Of food
Yeah, we don't.
You don't. You're not.
And even if I did, I use a fork.
Mm-hmm.
Shuffling cards. Some people it's simple, but
I know
it is tough.
Our kids have a hard time, and it's something I don't know. I think I practiced that as a kid till I could do it.
What's something hard, or what's something so simple that people are horrible at? Playing hacky sack. Is that the one where you hit the ball in your foot or whatever, and you try to keep it in the air? Someone said rolling my R's.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it either. I can't tie a balloon after blowing it up. That's tough. Sometimes that is tough depending on how much air you put in that balloon. Someone said drinking out of a glass. 9 times out of 10, I'll slam the cup into my teeth or pour the drink on myself. Said I don't have good depth perception. I have spilled water down me sometimes.
Oh, I have too.
I miss my mouth.
Like you got something hot, and you just it runs down the side of your face because you're trying to drink too fast.
Exactly. Those are just some of the things you're simple at that, or they're simple that your heart have a hard time doing. Is there anything else I think is simple that you've had? I'm trying to think of anything.
So walk in a straight line, or walking straight and chewing
gum
at the same time.
Yeah. So let us know if you text us. Tell me what's simple that you have a hard time doing. We already talked about sheets and clothes. I have a hard time folding just about anything anymore. When we come back, we're going to talk about a raccoon problem, but this German butcher has the perfect idea on how to take care of the raccoon overpopulation. Then we'll find out what renters really want. What are they looking for in a house? There's certain things you might look for.
Some
kitchens, bathrooms.
Destroy.
So, I think these are renters that want to buy, maybe.
Oh.
We'll find out when we come back.
All right.
So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. And it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great-looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website, and all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players, and you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. So apparently then, I guess Germany has a raccoon problem. And so a German butcher is apparently tackling the overpopulation in a very unique way. I bet you can guess what he's doing.
Butchering them.
He is. He turned them into sausages and other meat products. He developed the idea after realizing that raccoons, typically discarded after being killed as pests, could be processed into food. With approval from local officials, he began producing raccoon balls. That doesn't sound right at all.
Like meatballs?
Yeah, well, I guess. You know, it's like when you say goat pellets. He was eating goat pellets. Raccoon balls. I'll have a, what do you have? I have spaghetti with raccoon balls. It debuted successfully at his food fair, and it became very popular, apparently, at his meat shop. His offerings now include raccoon-based products, including salami. Apparently, people come from all over just to try raccoon. He said, adding that the flavor is familiar, though, slightly softer than other meats. He claims that his efforts helped manage the estimated 2 million raccoons in Germany, which are very an invasive species. And he sees his business as a smart response to the raccoon issue. He notes that his products are not only a novelty, but also provide an original way to address an environmental impact of raccoons. I wonder what it tastes like.
I don't know. We've ate a lot of different kinds of meat, and that's not one that I've
Well,
ever
you wouldn't
wanted
think,
to try.
like snake. A lot of people like snake. They say it tastes, or rabbit. We had rabbit.
Yeah, we've had
It wasn't it salty or no?
I don't know.
Everything tastes like chicken. I mean, that's basically what they tell you, but it's not really true. Not everything tastes like chicken. But I've never had raccoon balls.
I mean, there are countries where pets are food, cats and dogs.
Yeah,
Look it up
that's true. Well, your dad had that. Went to was it in Korea?
Korea.
Yeah.
Something.
And he said, "What is really good? What is it?" And I said, "Dog." And then he threw up for 2 days or something. So not exactly. You want to know before. It's just like if you're not a deer eater. Like if you never had deer, which I had never had until I met you, come over to your house for dinner. Meat's fantastic, tastes great.
Then you found out it was B&B.
Oh, that's deer. I don't know if they wanted to tell me that or not, your mom and dad.
I don't know, because I never knew when. I mean, she just, if it was
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the freezer,
they
she cooked
probably
it.
didn't even think about it because that's
'Cause
what they ate.
Mm-hmm.
They go kill a deer, and,
My dad hunted since I can remember.
you know, and we don't have any. I don't hunt, so I have to rely on somebody else to get,
Deer meat for us.
yeah, and we haven't had it in 2 years.
A couple of years, yeah.
And I miss
A
the
year or two.
because the ground meat is less greasy,
Yes, it is.
and I don't notice. I'll be honest, I don't know. I guess some people would be able to tell. I can't tell the difference.
I would think raccoon might taste good. They used to wash their garbage in my pool before they would eat
It's
it.
true. That is true. They did do that. Yes, that is a good point. Yeah, they did do that. In fact, I think we still have raccoons down at the end of the street here
Do we?
that live in that sewer drain. I'm pretty
It
sure.
wouldn't surprise me.
Because I think I saw one. Well, I hadn't seen one lately, but it was back in the summer. That it was, the dusk, they start coming out. Well, no, we had one on the porch because the ring caught it.
Oh.
And it was walking by the porch this summer.
They
And
have
I think there was two of them,
claws.
as a matter of fact. But, yeah. Well, yeah, they have claws. Yeah.
Gotta watch them. They'll tear other animals up.
Yeah, they'll tear anything up if you make them mad. But so anyway, if they make you mad, you just turn them into raccoon balls and have them for dinner. What if we could get our hands on raccoon? Should we try it?
I don't know.
I wonder if I'm sure there's some place that
Has
maybe
raccoon.
not.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
These burger places have all different kinds of burger.
Well, we've had what was that one we went to?
Bison,
What was that restaurant we had in Pittsburgh with
Burgatory.
Burgatory has bison, and I can't remember which one I had. There was like a whole list of, but I want to say bison, but I don't know if that's true or
It was
not.
Bison. I don't know what it was,
It was a burger, so I mean, it's just burger.
but
Can
it
you
was a
tell-
different kind.
It
of
was
meat.
good, but I don't know if I really could. I don't know if I would be able to tell you, oh, that's bison.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm not a very good culinary person, or a person that would be able to pick out what's in the food, what spices in there.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't be that great at it. I don't
Unless
know.
it's got hot pepper flakes or cayenne pepper.
Yeah, like you did today. You put the old pepper. What'd you put in there?
pepper flakes.
My mouth's still on fire from whatever you just put in our vegetables. And that was supposed to be a pinch or more?
They wanted me to put a whole teaspoon. I think I just sprinkled some.
How well do you get along with your partner's family?
Very well.
Very well. I agree. Some families seem to be drawn to drama. Bickering often involves in the in-laws. Some research backs us up, finding that the average family gets into a disagreement with their in-laws once a month, but 16% do it even more than often. This is from Newsweek. They did a survey. And some of the things that we argue about with our in-laws, what's number one?
Kids.
No.
I don't know.
Come on. What are we in the middle of right now?
Election.
Yeah.
Politics.
Exactly. Politics. That's the topic people argue with their in-laws about the most often, followed by lifestyle choices and disagreements about their partner. We've been very lucky. Our boys have chosen very well. Great.
The other
you
thing
know.
is I don't have to live with them. So if they can, I can
Well,
overlook something. I'm only there.
Yeah, but if you...
when I watch kids, that's the longest I'm there.
I know, but if there was friction, that'd be tough to do.
Yeah.
But there's not, because she involves us
in
in everything. And we went to South Park. That's how we got lost, to go to this house. It was like a Halloween thing, supposedly.
We didn't get lost.
No, what'd I say?
You said we got lost. That's how we got lost.
Not lost, not mean lost, but thinking we went the wrong direction.
Oh, yeah.
So we were coming back from South Park, but before that, we went there. I wasn't dressed for it. It was kind of
The
chilly.
shorts and it was
I mean, the
cold
turkey
out,
was
yes.
done, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
My nipples were hard as a rock. I could have.
I
coulda
asked
cut
you if
glass.
you wanted a sweatshirt. He would have got you a sweatshirt.
I could have cut glass. With
You
the
had
bad boys.
shorts and a long
Well, I
sleeve
wasn't.
shirt on.
Well, I didn't know we were going.
Yeah, we didn't plan it.
But so we go there, and it was supposed to be. We thought like the pumpkin thing that they went to
Before, yeah.
and Fen got to, color a pumpkin and do all these other things. But it really wasn't like that. I think she was expecting it to be bigger. It wasn't very big.
No.
There was a lot of whiskey, a lot of beer, like homemade beer, stuff like that. But there really wasn't anything for the kids to do, and it was cold.
And it was supposed to be she thought it was for the kids.
And then I'm wondering, is that why they got sick? Because they had jackets on, don't get me wrong, but it was cold. That wind was
cold
whipping
that day.
And so anyway.
I had a sweatshirt on of RJ's, and I was cold. My ankles, and yeah.
And we got back. Kids were hungry, and it was a decision to make: Pasta 2 or Eaton Park. Well, if it was just us, we probably would have picked Pasta 2. Although if it's a longer wait than
you don't
15
wait
minutes,
over
I'm not waiting.
You don't wait for tables.
So we
You just
decided
don't
on
do
Eaton
it.
Park, and it worked out great. We got in, and the
seated, and the kids ate.
Kids were great. I mean, a lot of people like, oh, here they come. Just got 2 kids. One's 1, the other one's 3. This is going to be fun. Under the table, they sat down.
They colored.
We colored. The food came. He ate and watched. I put it on my phone, Pato or whatever, Pacquiao, whatever it's called. We put that. And I'm not a fan of it, but if it helps, and he was eating. It wasn't like he ate that whole bowl
plate.
of mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, it was a 5-year-old bowl.
And he ate it, and he ate broccoli. Mm-hmm. A little bit of ranch, but that's okay. I don't care what. You get some vegetables down them. And grapes. He had some grapes. Beckett, on the other hand, he ate a little bit.
2 granola bars before his came.
But it was nice because...
And then he ate a quarter or a little more than a quarter of his macaroni and cheese, too.
It was nice because someone had said to us, or to you guys, I wasn't...
Yeah, she said to me when I got up, such a nice family.
Yeah.
They were so good. I said, I hope we make it through the parking lot because we were getting into different cars.
Because he already said, I'm going with you, Paul.
Yeah, he wanted to go with you.
You come home with me, Paul?
Yeah. And Beckett wanted me the whole time we were gone.
He pointed at you.
So I was like, they could go in their car seats and we go to get in our car. And if you hear screaming, that's what it is.
Yeah, well, he was fine. He said, I go with you, Paul. You come.
We said, we'll see you in a couple days.
Yeah, well, 3 days. I'll see him in the weekend, but hopefully, if they're feeling better. But I was just like, it's nice to have someone notice and say, hey, those kids were well behaved. And they were great.
They were.
And you never know what you're going to get because we had just left the park and they're antsy. They want to run around.
Yeah, and she was thinking they would have a hot dog or something like that there for them, and they just didn't.
No, they didn't have it. So anyway, that was our them and their, Lauren and her in-laws. My son was there too, and we just, we might not agree on our politics, but we love each other regardless. We might not always agree, but that's not the way it should be anyway.
We stay off of most.
Yeah, I don't talk about it. We don't talk on our podcast. That's why we don't. Because our thing is, it's not. Yes, it's important. Politics is important, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, I've got other things that are more important.
Yeah.
Loving my family, having them around us, that means a lot. Anyway, so what are some of the things that people argue about with their in-laws? We already talked about politics. And because they don't see eye to eye on a lot of these issues, more than a quarter admit that they won't enjoy a weekend with the in-laws, and so refuse to go on vacation with them. That's sad. But that's what happens. It gets to be so bad because maybe, like we had this discussion yesterday. It got in. Luckily, we're all kind of on the same page a little bit as far as what we believe in, but that seemed to be the topic that came up during our little get-together yesterday. So
that was my family, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it seems like everyone was hot about the same thing, and it was in the same wavelength, so.
Now, here's one that is interesting, and I think it's very true. When it comes to their kids, parents' kids, only 10% would be happy to have their in-laws watch their kids over their own parents. Okay, so that you're talking.
I'm not.
Hold on a second.
My parents or your parents could either watch my kids.
And they have.
Yeah, I mean.
Now,
I
your
was
parents went to
never-
Florida, so that made it a little tougher.
Yeah.
But they both have when in the summer.
But when we
they're
went
there.
to Florida, we left them with my mom to go on the cruise for ourselves
But it is
for a whole
interesting.
weekend. You know what I mean?
If you think about it, a lot of times the mother would most times lean towards
Her
her
mother.
mother. And that's okay. I could see that. I mean, it happens. We've been fortunate. We're able to watch our kids.
Your mom used to call me on payday and say, "You want me to watch a
Well,
kid so
that's
you can
true.
be running?" And I was
And that
like,
was you going to
"Oh,
jump at
God."
that.
Yeah, I mean, instead of arguing on what box of cereal you're going to get in
Right.
the grocery store or something like that, nowadays you just order it in.
Yeah, just have it delivered right to your
Just for
door. Yeah.
Pay the $25 for less arguing, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I was just very fortunate.
Yeah, we were lucky. We were able to have that
mean,
option.
When I first got pregnant for RJ, your mom said, "Oh, goody, I get to watch him." I said, "Well, I guess I don't have to shop for daycare anyhow."
It saves a lot of money too.
Yes, it did.
So
And not only that, she even bought the diapers at her house. I didn't have to.
yeah, they provided a lot.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
mean, they
always these
did.
videos. Like we'll show videos, and it always seems like they're at their house. It's like, did we ever watch our own kids? I'm not sure that we even watched them.
I stayed home with them for quite
know.
a few years.
Yeah, I know you
So
did.
I know
I
I was
know.
home with them.
So here are the top subjects Americans argue about with their in-laws. We already said politics, lifestyle choices, disputes about their partner, money, parenting decisions, cultural issues, home-related
parenting.
issues, and gender or sexuality comes in last as some of the things that people are, discussing. Hopefully not having, because listen, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Okay. So the number one thing is find a way to get along. You might not agree on everything, and who cares? Okay. If we're all the same, it'd be awful boring.
Yep.
So we have our different issues, but if you can find a way, right, to just get along, because to have family not coming around, it would break my heart. We don't see all the kids all
Your
the time.
mom's
but
family went through that for a while too.
they did. They had some,
Where
some
one
division.
would stay away for
Yeah.
Christmas and Thanksgiving because
And I just think
one
it's-
said something. And,
Yeah, or you took it the wrong way or whatever.
Yeah.
And I understand it sometimes, but I don't know. You got to find a way to let it go. Do we ever water that plant? Because it looks like it's dying.
I did water it
Oh, okay.
this weekend.
Okay. It looks like it's
It
struggling.
does look like it's struggling.
All right, last one. What do renters really want according to Zillow? Apparently, these days, renters are reconsidering what they want and need in a home. This is according to Zillow Rentals. Like fitness centers and swimming pools were once considered the ultimate amenities in a rental home.
Yeah, your apartments.
Yeah.
Your apartment building.
To have like a place to do that when you come home. Now people are less interested in those, and they get fewer saves. So in other words, people are scrolling through. Like when we look at houses, we try to look at houses that are similar to ours just to see like where we are.
The kitchen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we
Because
look at-
kitchens are, and I don't, for the price of houses right now, I wouldn't pay that without a nice kitchen.
Yes.
And I'm like, if you don't at least have an L and 2 rows of, you know what I mean?
Unless you don't cook.
Yeah. I mean, then that's ridiculous to pay that for.
Well, the prices,
I know, they're out of this world right now.
400,000. You're talking about houses that, Nathan had bought his house. I'm not going to tell the amount, but he paid good money. But now that house is worth double
Oh, triple.
what he paid for it. And that kitchen is, you got to admit,
Oh,
that kitchen is,
The kitchen is really nice.
the hill in the back is ridiculous. The hill that he's trying to cut, trying to figure out what to do with it. But that kitchen is just,
gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It really is. So, okay. So what are people looking at, and what they really want? So a new analysis said 5.6 million rental listings on Zillow reveals what today's renters actually want. The most in-demand features in a rental, and this might surprise you, it might not, is they want off-street parking and in-unit laundry. Makes sense. They don't want to have to go to the laundromat. And I've always said when RJ lived in Pittsburgh on the south side, and you had to find a place, you couldn't even park maybe in your own.
Hated it.
And I hated going there because, well, it's one thing when I have to go and find a spot, but if you can't even park in front of your own place.
Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes you had to walk 4, 5, 6
That's
blocks.
ridiculous. So people are more into, I want off-street parking and I want in-unit laundry, which, kind of makes sense, doesn't it, a little bit? Homes with these get nearly twice as many saves on Zillow. So if they have those type of things, off-road parking, then it gets big. Listings that mention off-street parking get 85% more saves and 103 more shares per day on the in-unit laundry. So it's really big. Apparently people really want that laundry. Today's renters also interested in amenities, including pet areas with turf and air filtration, co-working spaces, and community happy hours. Seems to be big. Previous Zillow research shows that nearly 3 in 5 have a pet and rentals with pet-friendly patches of turf. Apparently that gets a lot of saves. Renters are no longer interested in traditional high-end amenities like fitness centers and business center. Homes with modern farmhouse features like butcher block countertops and barn doors are very popular today, which the butcher block is
nice.
Coming. I guess it's nice, but isn't it something you have to watch what you put on? Like if you put meat on it, don't you have to really clean it really well?
Yeah. Well, you should clean it all. But yeah.
Wow factor features, including a bowling alley and a putting green, get as many saves and shares as well. So a bowling alley, so that's speeding the pool apparently, but that's just some of the things that people are looking for in rental. Now that's a rental.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a house, like we were in our 20s, and when we found this house that we're still in, what have we been married for? We'll be married 40 years in April. So when we saw this house, I mean, it
was unfinished
work.
It was unfinished.
The basement was unfinished, and it had 5 different panelings upstairs. It had a drop ceiling, and the kitchen was, is that called a galley kitchen?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that what you would call it? Because it's just a straight line.
Yeah, I guess.
And one cabinet on the one wall.
Yeah.
And we don't have much more than that, really, other than the island that we put in. Because it's a split entry. And
most split entries don't have a real nice kitchen.
So if you were, let's say.
If I was going to buy a house again, I would not.
We're in our 20s. Let's say we're in our 20s today.
Oh, I wouldn't.
What would you look for? What would you be looking for in a house?
I would like Nathan and Alexis' kitchen in a little bit smaller house.
Okay.
Like 3 bedrooms. Theirs has 4 bedrooms, has a family room and a living room right on the same floor.
And then just a giant basement.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah, but the thing about it is.
That's a lot.
Did they really need the family room and the living room? They could have put a family room downstairs.
Yeah, that's too,
eventually.
like you have what you call your
That's why I said
fancy room. I love the office though.
Yes, she has a fancy office.
I could put my studio in
there. They've got 4 bedrooms plus an office.
Yeah, that office. We could have put my studio and we could do the podcast all set up with cameras right in there because it's so nice.
The thing about it is if they needed to redo that, they could probably take where that other little pantry room used to be, and there's water in there because it was a laundry room. They could make that into a bathroom, or where their bathroom is there in the hallway. They could reset that and make that office a master bedroom with a bath right there.
Yeah, they could.
They could easily do that. It would, I think, to remodel it. If that would be a selling, well, like if he needs hip surgery, if he couldn't go up and down the stairs, then it would be nice to have a shower right there.
But
they could easily put a bed in there and not have to do the stairs for, the house is set up
pretty good the way it is, but I mean, that's what those,
Some people like their master bedroom.
I wish we had a bigger, I don't know. I'm older now. I don't really want to clean everything, but the room, I wish the one room was a little bit bigger, we could do
blue
everything because everything could be set up in there. Like if her office, that would be perfect for us. I could do my station
This
on the
could
one
stay
corner.
set up.
This
We
could
could
we
shut
could
the
have
door.
we could have a
wouldn't-
nice couple chairs. Everything would be. We could even do video because everything would be with the window and everything. It'd work out perfect. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if I'm looking for a home, of course nowadays people are looking for homes with offices because they're working from home.
Yeah, a lot more people working.
Even with
out.
RJ and Lauren, if they're going to move, they're going to want something that has a separate.
They're kind of stuck because they both work from home.
They do.
And if they have a 3-bedroom house, they need either a 4th bedroom or an office. Like Nathan and Alexis's house would be perfect for them.
It would be.
Although they don't like that style. I
Well,
think
but
they
it's
would.
just
I think they would, but it's
But it's the roominess of it because they'd have
Yes.
the rooms to do it.
because one of the bedrooms could be RJ's office.
And they can't be in the same room with their office. They've tried
No,
that.
oh yeah, they can't.
And they can't because she has meetings.
and
he might
has
have meetings.
Yeah,
And so would, kind of. But anyway, so what would
and then
you
he
look
works
for?
overnight sometimes.
he does.
and weekends sometimes. So he has to be off where you're not disturbing him.
Right. So you can text us. What do you look for in a house? What is it you like about your house right now? What's the best feature of your house? What's the best feature of our house that you like? I mean, there's some things.
Or outside
You mean the pool?
pool and the relaxing in the summertime.
Yeah, that's the only. I mean, as far as the house itself is
This
good.
room is neat. 'Cause
This is nice. My
your
dad did the
put
crooked
that
wall.
crooked wall, and it's just really different,
It's
than
different,
what anyone
yeah.
else has.
But I mean, overall, I like the house. It's been, it's been a
It's
good house.
done
It's
us
raised 3
really-
kids, so
yeah.
and some foster kids. So it's done something right. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe every Monday. We have a new episode, and we're hoping to get some other. Oh, I do have some chips. We are going to do a chips thing for Thanksgiving.
Are we?
Yes, we're going to do a try the Thanksgiving chips that are coming out from Aldi's and the garlic bread chips. We're going to do that. Hopefully the MREs sometime here. Now that Zach and Sarah might be freed up. Hopefully
they're freed.
so we got that coming up. But so don't forget to subscribe. Also follow us on Facebook or X at Just Talking, TALKIN out loud. And you can text us. So please do. And I'm going to keep asking questions on Facebook because I think that's a nice way to start. And I'll ask about the cookies. I think that'll be mine. What's your go-to cookie? So we'll ask that question. Or you can text us about that. You go
Chocolate chip's going to win.
I think so too. You can also Speakpipe. You can call us. You can do right from your phone and leave us a message, like a minute or so, and we put you on the air if you want. But if you just want your name mentioned, maybe that's just good enough.
Yeah.
So we'll do it that way. So thanks so much for listening. We are out.
Have a great week.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.